Hey everybody, and welcome back to Biblical Exploration. And in this video, I want to talk about full preterism versus partial preterism. And the reason why is because if you're new to this channel and possibly even new to the subject, you might be looking it up and you might be wondering, what is the difference? What does it even mean if you've never heard about this before? And full preterism, the term preterism gets confused and everyone gets lumped up into the same category, and there's actually a really huge difference between full preterism and partial preterism. So let me quick explain. I pulled up a quick Google search to look it up, and let me read it for you. While both full preterism and partial preterism are interpretations of biblical prophecy that see many prophecies as fulfilled in the past, the key difference is that full preterism believes all biblical prophecies have already been fulfilled, typically placing the fulfillment around the destruction of Jerusalem in 70 AD, while partial preterism believes only a majority of prophecies have been fulfilled in the past, with some significant events still anticipated in the future, like a physical second coming of Christ and final judgment. So that's basically the quick, in a nutshell, explanation. But to be a little more specific, partial preterism believes that we are in Revelation chapter 20. That most of Revelation has been fulfilled. Most of the prophecies in Revelation have been fulfilled, and that we're currently in Revelation 20, before the in what's called Satan's short season. So this is when the in Revelation 20, this is after Jesus reigned for 1,000 years on earth. And after that 1,000 years, Satan is then loosed because he was bound for 1,000 years during the millennial kingdom. And so he was then loosed, and this would be his short season, where he basically has a chance, an opportunity to deceive the nations once again, to raise up an army and basically attack the camp of saints. And you can read Revelation 20 if you'd like to verify what I'm saying. But so that's where in the partial preterists, that's where they believe we are in the Bible. Full preterism, I personally don't believe that. I lean definitely towards partial preterism. Full preterism, I think, doesn't make any sense. In this one Facebook group that I belong to, at least one person believes that that Judgment Day, everything already happened. I don't understand that philosophy, because if I were to believe that, I would think that nothing I do even matters. That's kind of weird. Honestly, I don't understand full preterism. I don't understand why someone would believe all that took place. You see, the thing is that a lot of people, the mainstream belief is that we're currently living in the end times now, and that some people believe that we're moving on towards the last 7 years, the 7-year tribulation. Now, in full and partial preterism, they believe that already happened. That already happened during the Roman Empire, leading up to the destruction of Jerusalem in 70 A.D. That the tribulation took place then, and then the Bible says that no tribulation will be this bad ever. And I think we could all admit that the stuff that when the Christians were being persecuted back then, I think we could all admit that it was horrific. And I don't know how it could get any worse than that. You know, people were literally being sawed in half, fed to lions, boiled to death. I mean, I don't know how they came up with these ideas, but it was horrific. That I find partial preterism, you could say, is biblical. Full preterism, I want to, if you're out there, if you're watching this and you're a full preterist, please tell me if all of that stuff has already happened, if everything in the Bible has already been fulfilled, where are we? Where are we now? What is this? Because it doesn't make any sense. In order for the entire Bible, the entire book of Revelation to be fulfilled, we would either have to be in the lake of fire or in the new heaven and the new earth, right? I mean, you can only be in one or the other. So this is obviously not a lake of fire, and it is not the new heaven and new earth. I don't feel like I'm in paradise right now. I don't feel like I'm in a perfect city. I don't see, we're not in the presence of Jesus and God. So what is this? That doesn't make any sense. Partial preterism, that we're possibly in chapter 20, that we're being deceived, that Satan is deceiving the nations, possibly rallying up an army, that seems believable. And that could be, at some point or another, this is going to be a season, whether we're living in it now or not. The question is, if you are living in that time period, would you know? Or would you be deceived about it? Because what is the devil? He's a master deceiver. Deception is his game. And perhaps he would want to make you believe that you're not in that season. What are the benefits of you not knowing? Well, for one, you'll be looking for things that aren't going to happen. Or he might make it look like some of the things are happening, but then they don't. Kind of like a mockery. But furthermore, why is this important? It's important because if you're waiting on something to happen and then it never happens, what would that do to one's faith? So I'm not pressuring anyone to think a certain way or believe a certain way, but I am suggesting, as I've stated in multiple videos now, to keep an open mind. Keep an open mind to what's going on. Look for signs. And by keeping an open mind, you can be like, oh, okay, well, this isn't happening, but that's happening. So perhaps we are in this season and not the other. So with that being said, I hope I didn't totally confuse you. And if you have any questions, please feel free to leave them down in the comments. I'd love to get back to you. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.